for the wonderful insight, and let me apologize. Let me feel sorry for being late. This is not what I do in classes, but then today it was an exception. New city, new traffic. Okay, I started on time, expected to reach here on time, but I could not. So I apologize. I'm sorry I kept you waiting. Your time is equally valuable, I understand. Okay, he has covered the most important aspects of why, what, and how, and what can you expect once you are done with your MBA. Maybe I'll touch upon something more micro, not macro. Okay, I'll touch upon what should you do during those 2 years of MBA. Okay, but before that, I would be keen on knowing why would you do an MBA at the first place? Maybe one or two responses. I don't know many responses. Maybe a couple of responses. That why would you do an MBA? You all are BBA graduates, correct? You are about to graduate in your BBA, and you have learned some management already, correct? You have done OB, you have done HR, you have done some operations, some supply chain. Okay, so I know you have gone through a mini MBA already. So the first place, why would you invest in sir? And because that is where it becomes very important that why would you invest another 15-20 lakhs? Okay, and of course 2 years of opportunity cost. So maybe one or two responses. I mean, anybody having that why would you do an MBA? BBA is not good enough. Okay, so there are two or three things. How do I spend 2 years on a campus, particularly a campus which is say a residential campus? Okay, say I come from IMT Nagpur, we have IMT Ghaziabad, we then have IMT Hyderabad, we then have IMT Dubai. So these are all residential programs. I mean, we don't have that option of you being a day scholar. We don't have that option. So you have to stay 24/7 under the roof, okay, in the same vicinity. Okay, so what do you do in those 2 years that you have? That's the first question. Second question, okay, which specialization you should pick up? And there is an array of specializations, okay, and that is those you are already exposed to. Okay, you know what an HR specialization is: finance, marketing, information technology, business analytics, operations management, supply chain management. Okay, so there is a host of different specializations. The question is, how do I pick? And this is one of the most controversial and at times very difficult call to take. What should I specialize in? Should I get into finance? I have done a BCom. Should I get into finance? Okay, or I have done a BBA. Should I get into supply chain? Okay, should I get into marketing? The majority of you would find marketing pretty interesting. Okay, but how do you take that call? Okay, that is something I would like to elaborate a bit. Okay, and let me tell you, there is absolutely no rocket science, because as I understand, management courses anywhere in the world are commonsensical in nature. Okay, you don't have third and second degree equations to be solved like people who study mechanical engineering, chemical or civil engineering. The same premise will tell you. It's way harder. So MBA is in demand because it's flexible, okay, and also it has a great ability to adapt. It has fabulous ability to adapt. So the whole idea is that in your 2 years of program, how do you reach at a decision after the end of your first year that what specialization would you like to do? Marketing looks lucrative, okay? At the same time, finance is remunerative. Operations is technical. Okay, IT and analytics happens to be the hot cake in the market right now. Okay, data sciences and stuff like that. Okay, so which way would you like to go? Okay, so if you are a BCom student, not necessarily you need to get into a finance track. Okay, you can explore even analytics. Okay, now suppose you did a lot of events in your college days, say +2 and then again in the BBA, you did a lot of events, you can get into marketing. Okay, now suppose you love numbers. Okay, you have liking for numbers and you score decently numbers. Okay, you can think of getting into fintech, which is financial technology. You can think of getting there. Okay, now if you want a more smoky job, okay, something which is more contemporary and it suits your temperament and you love programming, some amount of coding, okay, get into business analytics. Okay, so how do you choose a particular specialization? Okay, so there are 3 or 4 things. Rest is all available on net. Okay, you just just need to do. Siksha has an article available already on it, very elaborate one. Okay, and then Upgrad has a very elaborate article on it. I'm also telling you, Upgrad has a very well elaborated article on it. Okay, 360 degree also has it. Okay, there are 2 or 3 things. First, okay, I would like to have attention for maybe a minute or 2. Okay, then I also get down the stage. Hello. Maybe a minute. First thing, what is that one thing that you can do for next 30 years? ये पहला सवाल है. Specialization चुनने से पहले you need to just ask that one question कि आने वाले 30 वर्षों में मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? Next 30 years, what can I do? Can I do marketing? Can I get into a sales role, stick to it for next 15 years, then gradually grow organically in the organization? Okay, 30 years. Can I do number crunching for the next 30 years, next 20 years? Like I need to ask myself, how long can I stick to teaching? How long can I stick to research? Okay, and that's a question that I need to ask myself, and I asked myself 20 years ago. Okay, so you need to ask the same question. Is there something that interests me and I can do for next 25, 30 years? 25-30 वर्षों तक क्या मैं ये कर सकता हूँ? नहीं कर सकते हो तो get into it. Numbers अच्छे हो रहे हैं, credit card selling difficult है. Don't get into it. Okay, you have a fintech, you have fintech marketing also. You get into fintech marketing. Okay, and that is a little sticky there. Okay, so figure it out. What is that one thing that you think you can do? If not that, get into media, get into mass communication, get into media planning. Okay, this all I'm saying that MBA also offers you many opportunities to specialize. Okay. Now, some people know supply chain is doing very well. So you can think of taking up even supply chain management. Okay, it has a fabulous career to look forward to. Okay, there are several companies which are coming up. India is growing, and India growth story is known to the whole of the world. So supply chain will only grow. You need tremendous, you have a tremendous potential. It can absorb thousands of you. You can think of that. Okay, you can think of entrepreneurship also as a revival track. Okay, not after MBA, many people do entrepreneurship as I understand. Okay, the data is not in your favor. But then you can think of starting, because startup is a hot thing here in India. Not just here in India, in any growing economy. So you can think of that. Okay. So all I would say, the last all I would like to tell you, that choosing the specialization is certainly not a rocket science. Okay, it's a marriage between your interest and what the institute has to offer. Look into the faculty profile. Okay, see that who are the faculty teaching there. Okay, what kind of placements they are getting. Okay, importantly, what's the ranking of the institute? Ranking of the institute is also equally important. Okay, and fourth and importantly, share with you. Okay, and if you have any questions, we'll be more than happy to address some of these questions if you at all have any. But if you have a wonderful morning to go and enjoy outside the campus, you're always free to do that. You are free minds, young minds. Of course, you won't listen to us for too long. Again, the attention span is only shrinking. So we don't expect you to listen to us all through. Okay, we are no more the center of attraction. Even we admit. We don't carry the same gravity which we carried some 20-25 years ago. Our teachers carry that kind of gravity. Okay, perhaps we have lost some momentum and some gravity as well. Okay. So having said that, if you have any questions, we both are available. Okay, we come from the same discipline, so we are available for the next 5 minutes. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask.